My favorite week of the entire year. Happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome to Story Saturday. If you guys are wondering why I'm wearing this getup right now, you can click the link up here to see the St. Patrick's Day special of Free for All Friday. I'll also put the link down below in the description. For today's episode, I wanted to share with you guys some of my traditions for St. Patrick's Day weekend because this is without a doubt my favorite week of the entire year in the city that I live in. So for those of you that don't know, my hometown hosts the second/third/fourth, depending on the crowd size, biggest St. Patrick's Day parade in the United States of America. There's been many years where the crowd numbers actually surpassed those that were seen in larger cities such as Boston and New York. So this week-long celebration in my hometown all surrounds St. Patrick's Day. Depending if St. Patrick's Day lands in the middle of the week or on a weekend, it is when it sets the actual week for the activities. So for instance, if St. Patrick's Day is on a Monday, that following weekend will be when the road race and the parade and all the parties and everything like that are, and when St. Patrick's Day is on the weekend, they will have the same parade and road race on the weekend that is St. Patrick's Day. For this year, St. Patrick's Day just happens to be on Saturday, which is the day of the road race, so the partying typically starts around Thursday night. They set up a bunch of different tents. There's 3 separate Irish-themed bars in the downtown area, and they each set up a tent to accommodate the massive influx of people that happen on this weekend. Typically, the party begins on Thursday night when people go tent hopping between the different tents that the bar set up to reacquaint with old friends and also have a good time, and then it carries on into Friday where there's, like a work release or a Happy Friday program type of thing that goes on where they have live bands and music. Saturday morning, people gather in the downtown area, or if you have a house that is located on the road race route, you usually have a party there and everybody goes walking around and there's the tent set up and there's music going on. They have a kids fun run and then they also have the actual road race that starts at like 12:30 or 1 o'clock. The rest of the day is filled with going to different parties and going to different bars, and then finally you finish off on Sunday with the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Now for myself, for my past 28-ish years of being alive, I'm not going to count the first couple because I couldn't really help out with anything, but starting about a month and a half before the actual parade begins, we start by taking 3 different floats out of garage and we take the tarps off, we redo the paper on them, we repaint them, we put them back together to get them ready for the parade. Now this takes the entirety of about a month and a half. Like I said, we are there every single Monday through Friday from about 2 o'clock in the afternoon until about 9 o'clock at night. So in addition to whatever full-time job that you have during the day, this is more so a full-time job at night. In the meantime, we have our Irish night, which I talked to you guys about before, and we also have a couple of other events that go on, such as a communion breakfast. So we really have to manage our time wisely for this entire period, and we kind of didn't think that this year we were going to have all the floats ready because we started about a half a month later than typically when we normally start. And come Sunday morning, we meet at the garage and we work at about 6 a.m. and we tow the floats up to the parking lot where it's the start of the parade route, and we sit there and wait for about 4 hours before the parade starts. Then we drive them back. The parade only lasts for about 30 to 40 minutes depending on how slow or how fast it's actually traveling, and then everything actually gets ripped apart the next day. The following couple of days, we spend the entire week taking all the floats apart, putting them back together. The big joke is the fact that we do about a month and a half worth of work for a simple 1-hour drive down the road on a parade route. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you enjoy your Saturday. I hope you enjoy your St. Patrick's Day. I hope you have fun, and I hope you stay safe. I will see everybody next Friday for Free for All Friday. Peace, and thanks for watching.